Today we're embarking on a journey through time and space to explore the civilization of the Aztecs. This ancient empire left behind a legacy of incredible architecture, complex cultural practices, and tantalizing mysteries that continue to captivate our imaginations. But how much do we really know about the Aztecs? Were they connected to other ancient civilizations such as the Egyptians? Did they have any contact with extraterrestrial beings or the Anunnaki? Join me as we delve into the wonders of Aztec architecture, the theories surrounding their achievements, and the dramatic fall of this once mighty empire. Welcome to Life's Biggest Questions. Now that that's been said, let's continue on now. The Aztecs were a powerful and sophisticated civilization that rose to prominence in the 14th century in the region we now know as Mexico. Their architecture was both functional and symbolic, reflecting their religious beliefs, social structure, and artistic prowess. Let's delve deeper into the key features of Aztec architecture and the methods they employed to create these awe-inspiring structures. Aztec cities were meticulously planned, and their capital, Tenochtitlan, was no exception. Built on an island in Lake Texcoco, the city was designed with a grid pattern, featuring canals and causeways for efficient transportation and flood control. The city was divided into 4 main districts, each with its own central marketplace and ceremonial center. At the heart of Tenochtitlan lay the Sacred Precinct, a walled area containing temples, palaces, and public buildings. One of the most iconic structures in Aztec architecture was the Step Pyramid, which served as the primary temple for religious ceremonies and rituals. These pyramids were typically constructed using a core of adobe bricks, covered with cut stones or stucco, and adorned with intricate carvings and frescoes. The Templo Mayor in Tenochtitlan was an enormous double pyramid dedicated to the gods Huitzilopochtli, the god of the sun and war, and Tlaloc, the god of rain and fertility. The Aztecs also built impressive palaces for their nobility and ruling class, which served as both residences and administrative centers. These palaces were often adorned with elaborate murals and sculptures, showcasing the skill and creativity of Aztec artisans. Ball courts were another common feature in Aztec cities, where the ritualistic ball game known as Olamalistli was played. These courts were built with high walls and sloping sides, with stone rings for scoring mounted on the walls. To construct their impressive architecture, the Aztecs relied on a combination of skilled labor, simple tools, and local materials. They used volcanic stone, such as basalt and andesite, which were abundant in the region for their buildings. The stones were shaped using rudimentary tools made from harder materials like obsidian. The Aztecs also made use of wooden scaffolding and ramps to lift and maneuver the massive stones into place. While they didn't use the wheel or pulleys, their clever use of levers and ropes allowed them to move and position these heavy materials with remarkable precision. The incredible achievements of the Aztecs have led some to speculate about the possibility of outside influence or assistance. Let's take a closer look at the theories surrounding potential connections between the Aztecs and extraterrestrial beings, or the Anunnaki, a group of deities from ancient Mesopotamian mythology. Proponents of the ancient astronaut theory argue that extraterrestrials may have visited Earth in the distant past, sharing their advanced knowledge and technology with ancient civilizations like the Aztecs. They point to certain aspects of Aztec culture, such as their advanced understanding of astronomy and their detailed calendar system, as evidence of potential alien influence. The Aztec religion also plays a significant role in these theories, as their pantheon of gods included beings with supernatural powers and abilities. The Aztecs believed that their gods had the power to control the elements and influence human events, and some theorize that these gods may have been extraterrestrial beings, or even the Anunnaki, who are said to have shaped human civilization in Mesopotamian myths. Certain artifacts and artwork found in Aztec ruins have also fueled speculation about possible alien connections. Some carvings and sculptures depict humanoid figures with elongated skulls or what appear to be helmets, leading some to suggest that these might represent extraterrestrial beings. Other artifacts feature complex geometric patterns and designs that are strikingly similar to those found in other ancient cultures around the world, sparking theories about a shared extraterrestrial influence. While these theories are certainly intriguing and capture the imagination, it's important to note that there is no concrete evidence to support the idea that the Aztecs had contact with extraterrestrials or the Anunnaki. Many researchers argue that these theories overlook the ingenuity and resourcefulness of the Aztecs themselves, who were able to achieve remarkable feats of engineering and artistry without any outside assistance. In fact, many of the similarities between Aztec artifacts and those of other ancient cultures can be attributed to the concept of convergent evolution, in which different societies independently develop similar solutions to common challenges. While the possibility of alien or Anunnaki connections cannot be definitively ruled out, it's essential to recognize and appreciate the remarkable achievements of the Aztecs on their own merits. One of the most fascinating aspects of ancient architecture is the prevalence of pyramids across various cultures and regions, including the Aztecs in Mexico and the ancient Egyptians in Africa. These remarkable structures have led many to wonder about the possible connections between these civilizations and their shared architectural styles. Let's explore the similarities and differences between Aztec and Egyptian pyramids and consider the theories that attempt to explain these connections. Both the Aztecs and ancient Egyptians built step pyramids, featuring a series of stacked platforms that gradually decrease in size as they rise. The pyramids served as sacred sites for religious rituals with temples or sanctuaries located at the top. However, the function and design of these pyramids differ in some key aspects. Egyptian pyramids, such as the Great Pyramid of Giza, were primarily used as tombs for pharaohs, while Aztec pyramids functioned as temples and platforms for religious ceremonies. The construction materials and techniques employed by the two civilizations also varied. Egyptian pyramids were built using massive limestone blocks, often weighing several tons, while Aztec pyramids were typically constructed from smaller adobe bricks covered with cut stones or stucco. Additionally, Egyptian pyramids featured smooth, sloping sides, whereas Aztec pyramids were characterized by their stepped design with terraces and staircases. So, what could explain the similarities between these two seemingly distinct cultures? One theory suggests that both civilizations may have been influenced by a common older source, such as the legendary lost continent of Atlantis or even extraterrestrial beings. However, there is little evidence to support these claims, and many researchers argue that the similarities can be attributed to the independent development of similar architectural styles in response to shared cultural and religious beliefs. Another theory proposes that ancient trade routes or cultural exchanges between the two civilizations may have facilitated the sharing of architectural ideas and techniques, while there is some evidence to suggest that ancient cultures such as the Olmecs in Mexico and the ancient Egyptians had indirect contact through trade networks. There is no concrete proof that these interactions led to the transmission of architectural styles. In conclusion, the similarities between Aztec and Egyptian pyramids are indeed fascinating, but the evidence for a direct connection between the two civilizations is limited. The shared architectural features may be the result of convergent evolution, as both cultures independently developed similar solutions to their religious and cultural needs. As we continue to study these incredible structures, it's crucial to appreciate the ingenuity and resourcefulness of both the Aztecs and ancient Egyptians in creating these architectural marvels that have stood the test of time. The Aztec Empire, which once dominated much of present-day Mexico, came to a sudden and dramatic end in the early 16th century. But what led to the collapse of this once thriving civilization? Let's delve into the factors that contributed to the fall of the Aztecs and the lasting impact of their decline. In 1519, the Spanish conquistador Hernán Cortés arrived in Mexico with a small contingent of soldiers, aiming to explore and conquer new lands on behalf of the Spanish crown. He formed alliances with several indigenous tribes who were unhappy with Aztec rule, notably the Tlaxcalans, and this support was crucial in his campaign against the Aztecs. The first encounter between the Spanish and the Aztecs took place in Tenochtitlan, where the Aztec ruler Moctezuma II initially welcomed Cortés and his men. However, tensions soon escalated, and the Spanish took Moctezuma hostage in an attempt to control the city. This led to a series of conflicts known as the Siege of Tenochtitlan, which ultimately resulted in the destruction of the city and the death of Moctezuma. While the superior weapons and military tactics of the Spanish played a significant role in their victory over the Aztecs, another crucial factor was the introduction of European diseases, such as smallpox, which devastated the native population. The Aztecs had no immunity to these diseases, and the resulting epidemics killed millions of people, weakening the empire and making it easier for the Spanish to conquer. Following the fall of Tenochtitlan, the remaining Aztec territories were gradually absorbed into the Spanish colony of New Spain. The Spanish imposed their culture, religion, and language upon the indigenous people, effectively erasing many aspects of Aztec life. However, some elements of Aztec culture, such as their agricultural techniques and artistic traditions, were incorporated into the new colonial society. Despite the fall of the Aztec Empire, its influence can still be felt in modern times. Many aspects of Aztec culture have been preserved and integrated into the fabric of Mexican society. For example, the Nahuatl language, once spoken by the Aztecs, is still spoken by over 1 million people in Mexico today. The Aztec calendar, with its intricate system of tracking time and astronomical events, is another aspect of their culture that has endured. While it's no longer in widespread use, the calendar's beautiful artwork and symbolism continue to inspire artists and scholars alike. Moreover, the Aztecs' advanced agricultural techniques, such as the Chinampa system of floating gardens, have been recognized for their sustainability and productivity, with some modern-day farmers adopting these methods to cultivate crops. Additionally, the legend of the founding of Tenochtitlan, in which the Aztecs were guided by an eagle perched on a cactus holding a snake, is immortalized in the Mexican coat of arms and national flag, serving as a reminder of the nation's rich cultural heritage. The Aztecs were an extraordinary civilization that has left an indelible mark on the world. Their architectural and engineering achievements continue to amaze us, and theories surrounding their possible connections to other ancient cultures, extraterrestrials, or the Anunnaki only add to the intrigue. While the Aztec Empire may have fallen centuries ago, its legacy lives on in the modern world, enriching our understanding of the past and serving as a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of the human spirit. And as always, thanks for watching.